Welcome back to All American Tractor Works. I'm Greg Mipps. Today I thought I'd do something a little different, deviating from our reassembly of the 1953 Super H. I've had some people reach out to me and say, what do you do when you clean all those parts? What is involved with that? What does it take? Every time you have a show, you have this whole slew of new parts. They're all clean, they're ready to go. What did it take to get you there? So I figured what I do today is I've got this rear axle here, and I'll take you through. It's pretty simple, but we'll go through what it takes to just clean up some parts here, what I do, the methods I use, and give you guys a chance to see how that all rolls out. I'm waiting on some parts still to put the transmission back together, unfortunately. But hopefully next show we'll be able to pick back up with that. So let's get into taking this axle apart and let me show you guys what I do and let you take away from how I do this and what maybe works for you, maybe what doesn't. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take and clean up this axle. It's really rusty because, as we know, this tractor sat outside for quite an amount of time. When I go to take this bearing cap off, I want to make that bearing slide off of here pretty easily. So I'm going to clean off everything I can. Not going to work so hard at this point to get it super clean. Once we get the whole axle out, we'll go through and do that. But I just want to get it cleaned up enough to where I can get this axle cap off without any interference. So I've got here some coarse sandpaper that we're going to use, some emery cloth. It's just enough to knock this rust off and clean it up. So that's the next thing I'm going to do here. So let's get going on that. And all I'm doing is just taking it with my own two hands and just going back and forth and just cleaning this up the best that I can. All the way down the shaft. And like I said, we're not looking to get it perfectly clean. And it's automatically rotating on me, which is kind of nice. But we'll just do this all the way around until it's pretty decently cleaned up. So that's about as clean as I'm going to try to get it at this point. It's not the finish that we want in the end. We'd like it to be down almost a clear, shiny metal. We'll work on that later. Like I said, I just wanted to clean it up enough so when we go to pull this axle bearing retainer cap off, it'll slide off. We don't have to worry about a bunch of dust and rust that was stuck on here. So what we will do now is I'm going to take and I'll loosen the 4 bolts that keep this retainer cap on. We'll pull the retainer cap off, and then we'll work on the other side. So there's 4 9/16 bolts on here that hold this on. And I'll go ahead and loosen these, hopefully. Yep, they come pretty easily. While I'm doing this, I wanted to mention I had a viewer write in, Chris Haynes. He made a comment about oil seals, and I thought it was really worth mentioning because I thought he had a good point. And he said that with oil seals, it's a general rule of thumb that the spring goes toward the oil, and that makes a lot of sense, and it is a good general rule of thumb. However, it's oddly I have seen some cases where they were flipped in the other direction. Maybe that was a not so knowledgeable person putting that together. I don't know. I've seen stuff come out of the factory like that, but most common, as he points out, the spring does go toward the oil. So wanted to appreciate Chris for sending that in. If any of you have any questions or comments you'd like to make, we love to hear from you here. So go ahead and email us at All American Tractor Works and let us know what you got for us. And we'll we'll be sure to mention it here so that everybody can share this information. I got a bolt here that is a little stubborn coming out. There we go. And I got one more down here. I don't know how easily this bearing cap's going to want to come off. But we'll see what happens. I may have to give it a little rap with my dead blow hammer. I don't know if you've also noticed too, I have my tape on here that says left, so I know this is the left axle. I don't know if you could confuse the two. I don't want to find out the hard way. I've done this with everything I've taken off the tractor. Anything that came off the right side, I've labeled it with right. Anything that came off the left, I labeled it with left. I want to make sure that everything goes back where it came from and works properly when all is said and done. So let me go grab a dead blow and see if I can loosen that cap. Let's just give that a wrap. And it is not coming loose. So what we'll do is we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to go here to the other end and we'll start working on this end and maybe it'll loosen that up as we're pulling stuff apart on this other side. So I've got this big bolt here that I put back in here when we took the bull gears out. So I just finger tightened it in there. I'm just going to pull that out. I'll keep this whole assembly together with this big washer. And we know that that goes there. And we'll just put that off on the side. Now I've got 4 bolts here that hold in some retaining rings that hold the bearing in. And I believe those are a 5/8 socket. So let me get my larger socket. And we will remove those. Those are not going to come as easy. Let's try down here. Got one loose. There's another one. And let's see if I can get this last one. Not so easy sometimes. There we go. All right, let's get these pulled out of here. It is nice that these sit in oil because they do come out nice and easy. Granted, they're all covered with the black goo that we originally found in this transmission, but I'll take black goo any day over dust and rust and water. Sometimes cleaning this black goo off hasn't actually been any easier than cleaning off rust and dirt. It's kind of nasty, and I'm really glad that we took this transmission all the way apart. It's good to know when we put it back together, it'll all be nice and clean. All right, here come the axle retainers. There's the one on the top, the one on the bottom. Those are off. Now I got to see if maybe I can pull or push this out. This is going to be interesting. There we go. My axle cap has just loosened up. So let's see if I can take and just pull this out. And it's starting to slide on there pretty good. Let's see. We may not have cleaned this axle quite enough to get it to come out. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to take and throw some lubrication on that axle. I'm just going to take and spray this with a little WD-40 just so it's got a little something to help it out. Actually, the WD-40 cleans that axle up pretty nice, doesn't it? Let's see if that'll help us with getting this off. There we go. Okay, got our axle cap retainer off. Now, I may need to press these bearings out, but I was hoping I could just push them out. Let's see if it happens. Trying to keep myself a little bit on the cleaner side. Yeah, I have my dirty, nasty clothes on, but if I can wear a little bit less of it, it's a little bit better off. Alright, this does not want to just come out. So I gotta take and have a look what's holding it in there. So what we did is we ended up taking this off the table itself. We're actually going to use gravity and concrete to our advantage here. I've stood the axle up on its end, and basically I'm just lifting up the casting and letting the axle hit a 2x6 that I have down on the ground. So all I'm doing is just tapping it. You can see the bearings start to come out. There we go. And there's our axle. Probably what I'll do is I'll get myself one of my pullers and I'll pull this bearing off of this end. That'll allow me to pull the axle out the rest of the way. We'll knock the bearing out of the other end. Let me get that puller and we'll get this taken care of. So I went and I got myself my 3-jaw puller. I've got a big plate in here on the end of the axle. I got a sacrificial nut for the puller point to ride in so I don't round it off. And hopefully, just taking this puller is going to pull this bearing off. It seems like all this is doing is spinning on itself, but let's see if it'll pull it off. I don't know if it's moving. It's getting harder and harder too. Just going to give it a little tap. Let's see if that'll pop it. I was hoping I could put this in my press and do this, but it is too tall. It will not fit in my press. So I'm forced to use the puller. I don't feel like I'm making progress, which is not what I was hoping for. I don't think it's coming off. Not sure this is working. So I can lift this whole piece right out of there. I think what I might do now is I might take and see if I can put this in my press now that I've lost a lot of the weight. The length is still a concern. It may not work, but I don't feel like this puller is getting it off at this point. So I got to try something different. That's the trick with this, is you need to be a little innovative. You need to be patient. Yeah, I broke out the hammers, but hopefully I'm not at the wailing on anything point. But let's see what we can do, try something different to get this bearing off. So what I ended up doing is I ended up bringing it over and putting it into my hydraulic press that's not really big enough to handle it. It's a little too big. I'm going to give it a chance here and see if I can get it to pop loose at all. It really doesn't want any part of it. No, it does not want to do it. Whew, there it goes. That'll wake you up in the morning. But now it is coming out. Goes to show you can never have a big enough hydraulic press. And thank God for hydraulics. Nothing in the world argues with it. Here's our bearing. It's off the axle. As you saw, my 3-jaw puller wouldn't pull it off. It really should have, but it didn't. This bearing is actually in very good condition. There's no movement in it, so we won't need to replace it. It was the inner one. It rides in oil the whole time. I didn't expect it to. I still need to pop out the one on the other end. I'll move this so you can see. This one here needs to get knocked out. What I'm going to try to do is drive it out from the inside. I just need to find something that I can put in there and see if I can drive it out on the other end. So let me go see what I have here in the shop that I can stick down the tube here and see if I can drive that out. So I got a big piece of PVC pipe here that I'm going to... It's working. There. Plastic, not going to damage any of the metal parts. That's why we use it. Came out real easy. Here we go. This bearing's out now. Feels real good. No movement in it. Don't need to replace this one either. Let me get this stuff cleaned up a little bit. We'll go on to the next part of what I do to physically clean this stuff, and you can see what I do. That's all for today. Thank you guys for being here. From All American Tractor Works, I'm Greg Nips. Thank you. We'll see you next time.